is a very serious business, especially at this critical time. We have so much carbon in the air that we need to absorb, and the best way to do that is by planting trees. I am highly delighted to welcome you all to this important urgent national assignment of planting 25 million trees. As you are already aware, Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, at the 74th United Nations General Assembly, pledged that Nigeria would plant 25 million trees nationwide. This pledge is in furtherance of demonstrating Nigeria's commitment to emerging global solutions by addressing climate change, including Nigeria's commitment of 4 million hectares of the Bond Challenge. That is fulfilling our nationally determined contributions and adhering to the Paris Agreement. This collective effort are further strengthened by successes recorded in the green bonds and ongoing afforestation and reforestation effort by various departments and agencies in the ministry to ensure a resilient future that mainstream climate risk and in our decision making. Completing the above effort, Nigeria will continue providing leadership for effort towards ecological restoration and recharge of the Lake Chad, which is expected to improve the livelihoods of nationals inhabiting that area. At the same time, promoting interstate cooperation, strengthening community resilience, as well as assist in addressing the environmental and security crisis in that area and saving the resources and the inhabitants. Mr. President's commitment at the 74th session of the UN National General Assembly provides an opportunity for the inclusion of youth in decision-making processes as part of the overall climate governance architecture by harnessing and developing innovative ideas. Nigerian youth will be mobilized towards planting the 25 million trees as part of Nigeria's mitigation effort towards carbon sink. To actualize the above, the Federal Minister of Environment appreciates the critical role of stakeholders at all levels and tiers of government, and would require creating a critical mass that would ensure that this objective is attained. As the first step in galvanizing stakeholders to buy in and involve in the federal level, Federal Minister of Environment will provide the leadership and role in collaboration with partnering ministries. Federal Ministry of Education, Ministry of Youth and Sport, Ministry of Women Affairs, Ministry of Humanitarian, Disaster Management and Social Development, the National Security Advisors Office, Federal Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Water Resources, and Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, along with the National Orientation Agency. We'll also be partnering with a big name really in tree planting, that is Mrs. Ajoke Mohammed. I know a lot of you know Mrs. Ajoke. We'll also be partnering with NGOs, for example, the Dangote Foundation and the rest of them, civil society organizations. The list is not really exhaustive. We have a lot more membership coming. This is an exercise that will involve everybody from top to bottom, side to side, because we intend to achieve the planting of these 25 million trees next year, and we can do it. We have the population, we have the resources, all we need is the commitment. The above constitute the implementation committee with the following terms of reference: to come up with practicable and workable ways of implementing the policy, to leverage on the nurseries within the frame, that's the Forestry Research Institute of Nigeria headquarters in Ibadan, the outstations colleges, the National Great Green Wall, FDF nurseries across the state and other nurseries in zonal offices for the purpose of raising the seedlings. to look at possibilities of accessing the 2019 budget appropriation as regards afforestation for the purpose of raising seedlings across the country. To liaise with the National Forestry Trust Fund for possible collaboration. To actively engage and empower youth and women, especially those residing within the communities around the forestry facilities, in the process of raising seedlings, awareness campaign, and economic development, etc. To organize the synchronized tree planting day. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, your membership of this committee took cognizance of your relevance, expertise, and passion for supporting government national development efforts. I am honored to have, as a member of this committee, a dogged and passionate ambassador of the sustainable environmental management in the person of Chief Ajoke Mohammed. As a critical stakeholder in attaining the above objective, I am appealing to all the committee members to be committed and be ready to sacrifice for the achievement of the planting of 25 million trees within the year 2020. I'm very optimistic that through effective synergy and collaboration of the relevant stakeholders that constitute this very important committee, achieving planting of 25 million trees is something that we can do because we have the capacity and the resources. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you the best in this very important national assignment and look forward to achieving the strategies, for receiving your strategies on how we can go ahead with this. At the same time, let me reiterate that the list of the committees is not exhaustive. We have the Nigeria Youth Council also. Every single agency, parastatal departments we intend to work with. This is something that has been achieved in other countries. We can plant these 25 million trees in 2020, so that by the time we return to UNGA in September, the report will be that Nigeria has planted over 25 million trees. The committee is now duly inaugurated in the name of God Almighty, and I wish you the very best.
2 million hectares of land has only 6,000 covered with forest, giving only about 6.7% of total mass, as against the minimum standard required of us of 25%. So to meet this 25%, it then means we need to plant about 23 million hectares. And this 25 million seedling pronounced by our president will only give 22,500 hectares of land. So it's just still a scratch of what is expected of us to do. But I'm delighted that today is a day that this history is being made. I must put on record that the last time the country ever approached afforestation this way was 1988, when the then President IBB inaugurated and commissioned the JICA project in Kaduna that planted 696 hectares, where the bandit has taken over today after Africa on your way